I am going to fly the drone over now. I'm going to just take off.
Oh, you know.
Absolutely.
You're not allowed. There's overhead lines, power lines. It's against the law. You do that, we'll phone the police and you'll be arrested.
Oh, don't phone police. Come on, that'd be silly, wouldn't it? I will be quick, I promise. I'll fly over and you'll just see it go across a few times and I won't be long, yeah? See my drone license?
Yeah.
You don't need to
flying it over our facility, I need to see your license.
You don't need to see my license. Why would you need to see my license?
Property, and we've got intellectual property on that facility.
I'm about to take it over now.
You're not taking it over.
I'm definitely
on the police.
Don't phone police. Come on, that's silly, isn't it? Just for a bit of drone footage.
Yeah.
Come on, don't be silly. Come on. Got two of them now.
Filming as well.
But, come on, don't be like that. Come on.
Been asked politely 3 times.
You at 999 in that, are you? Oh, are you kidding? Ring 101, that'll take ages or 101, won't it? But so I'm going to take it off soon, but don't be like that, come on.
Calling 999 for something that isn't serious is wasting police time and takes them away from real emergencies. Security calling the cops so fast shows they don't know the law at all. Instead of calming things down, they quickly drag the police in, hoping officers would help them. This shows a bigger problem. Call handlers should be taught about filming laws so cops don't come out for no reason. Too many times businesses call police just because they don't like people filming, even when it's totally legal. Now in the video, the officers show up, and one of them embarrasses himself badly by showing he doesn't even know filming laws.
Okay, do you want to tell me then what you've been doing?
I'm not going to tell you anything that I don't need to tell you.
Right, okay.
You've just come here and just accosted me for nothing.
Right.
We've got guys out there shouting through, he needs to delete that footage.
Yes.
I need to delete my footage.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
There are basically 3 rules with filming. Very similar to the use of CCTV. Yeah?
Here we go, come on. Come on, cops explain.
If you're filming yourself, you can do what you like.
Ooh, yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, you're filming me, you can do what you like, I don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine, yeah.
More than welcome to. Okay?
Yeah.
If you're filming a private space, so if you are filming, well, initially if you're filming a public space, you can do, but you need to be willing to show that footage to whoever asks. You also need to comply with the Data Protection Act, which means that you need to be willing to delete that footage should they ask you to.
The officer says that if someone films in public, they must show their video to anyone who asks, and even delete it if told to, under the Data Protection Act. That's 100% wrong, and shows he doesn't know the rules. The Data Protection Act is for companies and businesses that handle people's personal data, not for normal people filming for themselves. The auditor is just a private person, so he doesn't need to show or delete anything. There is also no law that says you must hand over your footage just because you filmed in public.
Yes?
No, yeah, you've got that all wrong, honestly.
No, I haven't.
Of course you have.
No, I haven't, because
it was covered by data protection, right? Can I just explain that? I'll tell you that. I'll let you on.
Yeah,
I'll let you know then, yeah?
Go on then.
Data protection only applies to businesses. It doesn't apply to individuals. There you go. Look, that's your first mistake, yeah?
It does apply to individuals. And if you're saying it only applies to businesses, that's a business, and they've asked you to delete it.
No, I'm not a business, so I don't have to delete it.
Right, you do.
You're talking rubbish on camera.
Ask you to.
You're talking rubbish on camera.
Because otherwise, no, I'm not talking rubbish, because otherwise, what you're doing is surveillance. Have you got a RIPA? Have you applied for a RIPA? Do you know what a RIPA is?
A what, sorry?
A RIPA.
What's a RIPA?
A RIPA?
No.
A RIPA is the paperwork to allow you to do surveillance, which is what you're doing with that.
The Regulation of Investigatory Powers Act 2000, also called RIPA, is only for secret surveillance done by the government, like police, spy agencies, or councils. It's used to allow undercover work, spying on calls, or watching people for crimes. A normal person filming in public, whether for YouTube, news, or just for fun, is not part of RIPA. No one needs permission to film from a public space. If that were true, every tourist, journalist, or vlogger would be breaking the law. This officer is so clueless that he's throwing around laws that don't even apply, just to scare the auditor into stopping.
I'm not doing surveillance, that's silly. I'm doing aerial photography.
Yeah, which is surveillance, form of surveillance.
Can you identify yourself, please? Because you just walked up to me.
I'm
And yourself, lady. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what you are doing is surveillance. You've just said you're taking photographs, yeah?
just said that. I've not confirmed anything.
Right, that's a form of surveillance. You're telling me that you're filming, that you've filmed over there. That is a company. They've asked you to delete the footage of what you're filming there, of what you filmed there.
I won't be
Are
deleting.
you refusing to do so?
Well, obviously, there's
Why?
nobody. I'll tell you what. I'll let you know
Right.
then. I'll let you know the law, that, yeah.
Right.
Only a court can make me delete that footage.
Right.
Yeah.
In UK law, no private person has to delete footage just because someone tells them to. The only way footage can be deleted by force is with a court order or warrant. Police cannot order deletion unless they take the footage as evidence under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act 1984, cold PACE. Even then, it must be linked to a real crime, which it isn't. Hey, if anyone tries to force deletion outside the law, it could actually be illegal and even seen as abuse of police powers.
Right.
There you go. So you can't delete it. You can't ask me to.
Right.
Well, you can ask me to, but I don't have
There
to.
is a government ombudsman that deals with footage like that.
Lovely.
Okay?
Yeah.
They can take you to court, certainly,
God. Yeah.
and they will prosecute you, and they will fine you, and it is hundreds of thousands of pounds, because it's the same rules and regulations that we use for surveillance.
All I would say is, good luck trying to get £100,000 out of me. I literally haven't got £100,000.
If you don't pay that, then it's potentially a prison sentence, then, isn't it?
Ooh, prison. God, I don't want to get in prison.
Feist, there is no government ombudsman that punishes people for filming in public. The UK does have the Information Commissioner's Office, but they deal with data protection laws for companies and businesses, not random people filming. Second, laws like RIPA are only for government spying. There is no law saying a normal person needs permission to film in public, and no ombudsman can punish them just for filming a factory legally. Lastly, the claim that the auditor could be fined hundreds of thousands of pounds is total nonsense. Those huge fines only apply to businesses breaking data laws, not to a person filming outside. This officer is either very ignorant or just trying to scare the auditor with fake punishments.
Well, I'm asking you nicely, will you delete the footage that you filmed over there?
You can ask, can't you?
I can ask. Will now.
I've not confirmed or denied whether I'm going to delete the
Will you
footage.
delete the footage? Please.
What would you do if I don't delete the footage? I'm going back over in a minute. The drone's going back up in a minute.
Okay, well, potentially we can get officers here to arrest you and take you away.
Arrest me for what? What? Listen,
Right,
what
for
law?
breach of data protection.
That's not. You're under arrest for breach of data protection.
Right.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything when questioned. Yeah.
Yeah.
Under arrest for data protection. Oh my God.
This claim isn't just wrong, it's totally misleading. The Data Protection Act is only about how companies use people's personal data, not about someone filming outside. There's no law that says someone can be arrested just for filming from a public place. Even if a business broke data protection laws, they would get fines, not criminal charges. What makes it even funnier is that the officer himself can't even arrest anyone. That's why he says he'll need other officers to do it. This proves he's a police community support officer, not a real police constable. PCSOs don't usually have power to arrest unless they get special authority, which most don't.
Can I just say, you're talking nonsense.
I'm
You
not.
really are talking
I'm
nonsense. When the actual police officer gets here,
Yeah.
if I bother waiting for him, I might just get the footage now and drive off on my bike.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I might just do that, but we'll see anyway. I'll tell you what, we'll wait for the officer to come and he will tell you you're talking absolute nonsense. You'll just walk off like, and that'll be it. Get in the car and go. Are you going to go now so I can finish my drone footage?
No, I'm not.
You're not going to go?
No, I'm not. No. You seem to be enjoying filming me, so.
This is crazy. So, are you going to waste police time just by standing here?
Yeah, because you're intent on doing that, so.
I'm not intent on wasting police time. I'd like you to go so I can finish my drone footage.
Well, I've asked you to delete the footage, I've asked you to show me the footage, you refuse both.
The auditor asks if the officer will leave, but the officer refuses. He even admits he's just wasting police time by staying there. To make things worse, he boldly says he won't leave until the footage is deleted, even though he has no legal right to make such a demand. At this point, it's not about the law, it's just about control. He knows he can't force deletion, but stays anyway, hoping pressure will work. Instead of acting professional, he turns a simple situation into a needless standoff.
Yeah, because I don't really want to.
Right? And you've not even explained yourself as to why you don't want to.
I just don't feel like it.
Don't feel like it.
Yeah, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Why did you have it? You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. And as I said, you know, you don't feel like you're being completely obstructive. You know, I've been completely reasonable with you. I've spoken to you politely.
Can I just explain to the situation, right, from a high level point of view, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So go on then.
I'm stood in a public place.
Yep.
This is a public place. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm filming from a public place. I'm flying my drone from a public place. I'm abiding by all the drone laws.
Right.
I'm abiding by all the filming laws.
Right.
You guys have come here telling me I'm committing an offence.
Yep.
And now you stood there and you won't leave.
Right.
And you've admitted that you're going to stand here wasting police time.
Right. Okay.
Crazy. We're in a really crazy situation here.
Okay. I've asked to see the footage. Why aren't you going to show me the footage?
I don't have to. I don't have to, and I don't want to.
Right.
I've got more footage to get. Yeah, you know what I mean. I've literally got. I'm running out of time to get all this droned over. I've got some other places I need to get to.
If you filmed somebody and somebody asks you to then delete it, you have to be willing to at least show them with it and explain why you're not going to delete it, and explain to someone in authority.
Under what law? That ends the conversation, doesn't it? Really, under what law? If you explain to me the laws that require me to do something, if you explain to me the law that requires me to do something, I will do it.
This is pure nonsense with no legal truth. In the UK, there's no law that says a private person must show their footage, explain why they won't delete it, or ask an officer for approval. This moment clearly shows how some officers just make up fake rules on the spot, using authority instead of real law to push people around. This officer isn't just wrong. He's spreading lies that could cause many other illegal demands later. Now in the video, a real police constable shows up, after being called by the PCSO who already embarrassed himself.
Have you flown it over the factory?
I'd rather not say, but I plan to.
You plan to?
Yeah.
Right. Do you have permission to fly over there with it being private property?
What permission? This is what I've just been through with these guys. What permission do I need?
It's classed as private property there, so it's classed as trespass.
It's not classed as trespass. If it is classed as a trespass, if I were flying low causing a nuisance, that'd be a civil trespass.
It is a civil matter, you're right.
That would be a civil trespass. So I don't know why you guys would be getting involved. But if I fly it high, it's not classed as a trespass. You know, if an helicopter flies over, you don't class it as a trespass, do you?
I don't think there's any sort of minimum horizontal distance anywhere with drones anymore. I think it's changed.
Exactly.
You probably know more than I do, to be honest.
Yeah, I reckon I probably do. So yeah.
When the real officer takes over, he immediately makes a false claim that flying a drone over the factory is trespassing. Even if flying low was trespass, it would be a civil issue, not a crime, so police have no power over it. To prove his point, the auditor asks if a helicopter flying overhead would also be trespass. Of course not, because airspace isn't owned by companies the same way land is. The fact that the officer doesn't understand this simple point shows he doesn't know drone laws at all.
That's why I'm still here, because let me just tell you this, right? I'm not stupid, right? If I were committing a crime, yeah, I would have been on my toes now on that little bike, and nobody would have caught me. But I'm not committing a crime. That's why I'm still standing here. I just want to prove to everybody that I'm,
I don't think you have committed a crime.
Excellent.
You should be in handcuffs.
Exactly.
However, I've got to try and work with you.
Yeah, you can
so
try and work.
In terms of when you're flying a drone in public, like you're doing now, you can film anywhere.
Yeah.
Nobody can stop you. You can to film what you want, which isn't an issue. However, once you cross over the border into sort of where factories are, it's private property, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no.
How would you feel if somebody encroached into your private home and started filming you?
Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's residential. So if
Well, it is, but it's still private.
If you fly over somebody's residential house and you're like looking in the windows or something, that's covered under privacy laws.
The officer's argument ignores the difference between home privacy laws and public airspace rules. Instead of facts, he tries to play on emotions. But the auditor knows the law and won't fall for it. Article 8 of the Human Rights Act 1998 protects privacy inside homes, meaning people should expect privacy inside their houses. Filming into someone's home could be harassment or privacy violation. But this doesn't apply to businesses or factories because they don't have the same privacy rights.
If you're flying over like a business or something like that, just getting some aerial footage and whatnot, there's no.
You're supposed to seek authority from them first, really, to stay private property.
Well, that's an opinion. That's not a fact.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's a fact. It's private property.
No, because I'll tell you what. Then
it is a civil matter and it is trespass.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. As soon as you've been so nice to me when you come over, you kept your distance or whatever, I'll let you know because I know a bit more about you than the drone laws. Yeah. basically, I can fly over there with this sub 250 drone, I can fly over the private property, and that's because they do not control the airspace or own the airspace. The Civil Aviation Authority controls and owns the airspace, and there are no, I checked before I launched, there are no controls in place over there, over this airspace here.
The Civil Aviation Authority controls UK airspace and makes rules for drone flying. Drones can't be flown near airports, government sites, or other restricted zones. Outside these zones, people can fly drones if they follow the rules, like keeping the drone in sight and not flying dangerously low over crowds. This shows the real problem. Police sometimes enforce laws they don't know, instead of checking facts first. The officer wrongly thought the company owned the sky above them, when they don't.
Right.
So, for instance, prisons and airports, there are controls in place.
You're right.
Yeah. So you can't fly over them because the Civil Aviation Authority says you can't, and it's actually a crime to do that. Whereas the airspace over this facility here is not owned by this facility. They can't tell me whether or not I can fly something over or not. It's literally owned and controlled by the Civil Aviation Authority, and there's no controls in place.
Have you finished for today?
Nearly. I have got a little bit more. When these two arrived, I had to stop filming because I just wanted to have a quick chat with them just to make sure they weren't going to jump me out.
I don't really know that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I just thought I'd just.
Right, we're not those type of people.
Yeah, good. That's really
You've
good.
got a job to do. If somebody raises concerns, we're not going to speak to them. Get to
Absolutely, yeah. What you'd be best off doing, just nipping in and just telling them what he's doing is completely legal. That would be your job today. You'd literally just go in and just say, look, I know you might not like it, but what he's doing is completely legal. We haven't got any jurisdiction. The guy's not committed a crime, so we don't have any power over him.
The auditor makes a great point. If police really want to stop these pointless call-outs, they should just explain to businesses that filming and drone use in public is not a crime. Instead, many officers argue with auditors, which only makes businesses think filming is illegal. By not educating businesses, police set themselves up for more of these wasteful incidents. It wastes resources and keeps confusion going, even though a little bit of training could stop it.
Basically, I know, yeah.
I say I've not got an issue with you. You don't always give your name right, are you?
Oh no, definitely not. No, thank you. And there we go, guys. This guy knows a little bit more about policing than the PCSOs, which I'm not surprised about, really. I mean, we're only trying the best out there.
When the officer finally walks away, the encounter ends, showing again how police failed to handle the law correctly. From the moment security called 999, this was a total waste of time, caused by ignorance of filming and drone rules. The PCSO especially stood out for being clueless, making up laws, misusing the Data Protection Act, and even suggesting arrest with no legal basis. It was clear he didn't know what he was talking about and badly needs training before dealing with the public. Instead of calming the situation, he made it worse. In the end, all of this could have been avoided if the business had been properly taught about drone and filming laws. But instead, the police only fed the confusion and wasted time on something that was never a crime.